So dear student, even last time also I have reminded you all that section 10 is very important for you all to have a knowledge when you are approaching the questions based on scope of total income. Why section 10 is very important? Because it deals with exempted income. So if these kind of income are there, that is exempted from tax, okay? Which are those income which are covered under section 10? So we have section 10, 1, agriculture income, 2, HUF income, 2A, partnership income, section 10.4, interest received for non-residents, 10.5, leave travel concession, 10.6, remuneration received by foreign diplomat, 10.7, foreign allowance and perquisites given by Government of India to their employees residing outside India, 10.8, remuneration received by cooperative technical assistance program, 10.9 is income from family members of an employee of foreign government under cooperative assistance program, 10.10 gratuity, 10.10 AA leave salary, 10.10 B retrenchment compensation, 10.10 C compensation on retirement, 10.10 D life insurance, 10.11 recognized provident fund, 10.12 public provident fund, 10.13 A HRA, 10.15 interest by way of interest, 10.16 scholarship, 10.17 MP/MLA allowance, 10.17 A award received, 10.32 minor income, 10.33 UTI income, 10.34 dividend received from Indian company, and 10.35 mutual fund income. So these many sections of subsections of section 10 is very, very important. Anytime they may come. Like here only, third question is based on Indian companies dividend, which will be fully exempted. Under which section? Tell me, under which section? Under section 10, subsection 34. So you have to refer that. You have to refer that. So it's not only that chart of section 4, 5, 7, 8 and 9 is important. Apart from that chart, even section 10 is very, very important for us to remember, recollect when we approach the questions based on scope of total income. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
So based on that, now we will be doing question number 4, as here it is, bridge course material. Now this format is constant. अभी जितने भी questions करेंगे उसमें ये format fix रहेगा. Name of assessee, legal status. Now previous year is changed. What previous year we have? This is became my previous year. And this is my assessment year. Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. So now one by one we will take everything and we will see whether it is taxable or not. And finally we are going to get their total taxable income. Now Mr. Abhijit is which kind of SSC? It is an individual SSC. What we are computing their total income. For which previous year? For the previous year 2021 and for the assessment year 21-22. Okay. So as usual, first we are going to read the question. Mr. Abhijit, an Indian citizen, furnishes the following particulars of income during the previous year relevant to assessment year 2021-22. Compute his total income for 21-22. Assuming that residential status as resident and ordinary resident, resident but not ordinary resident, and non-resident to India. So these are three status for which it will be taxable or not. You have to give your answer. Professional fees received in India. Tell me whether it is Indian income or foreign income. 11,000. Professional fees received in India. Very simple question. Will be an Indian income or foreign income?
Indian income.
इतना टाइम क्यों लगता है? पूरे में से एक स्टूडेंट आंसर दे पाता है. That means your common sense is very, very poor. Very poor. To understand it, you need not require my assistance here. If it is an Indian income, it will be chargeable for, it will be taxable for, tell me. If it is an Indian income, it will be taxable for all kind of status. Yes or no? Irrespective of status, it will be taxable. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
यही चीज तो देखना है. कौन सा रॉकेट साइंस है? So it will be taxable for ordinary resident, non-ordinary resident and non-resident. For all of them, it will be taxable. सब लोग लिखा. So professional fees received in India, it will be taxable for all three. Kindly write down the answer. How much was the amount? कितना था? 11,000 ना?
Yes, sir.
11,000, 11,000, 11,000 will be taxable to all. Clear है? Is this clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Next. Income earned in India but received in Rome. Income earned in India but received in Rome, 12,000. Indian income है या foreign income है?
Indian
income.
Yes, it's not a foreign income. Purely Indian income. And again, if it is Indian income received any corner of the world, it will be taxable in India. Any foreign income earned across the globe, received in India, that also taxable. Indian income, taxable for all. So it is Indian income, it will be taxable for all. Yes or no? So once again, income earned in India and received in Rome, taxable, taxable, taxable. Taxable, taxable, taxable. Clear hai?
Yes.
Next. Dividend on share of Indian company. Dividend on share of Indian company. Indian income है या नहीं है?
Indian.
Indian income. Indian company है ना? So it is an Indian income. You have invested in Indian company shares. So it is an Indian income. But any dividend received by the domestic company is exempted under section 1034. Whether it is received in India or received abroad, it will be exempted. Okay? It will be exempted. Otherwise, अगर यहीं पे इंडियन कंपनी के जगह रहता है इंडियन डेवलपमेंट बॉन्ड, तो क्या होता, टैक्सेबल हो जाता था। ठीक है, डिविडेंड है इसके लिए एग्जम्प्टेड है। समझ में आ रहा है? And as it is exempted, so there is no chargeability. Nil, 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 and nil. Clear है? And I hope you are writing along with me. आप लोग solve कर रहे होंगे मेरे साथ. Because today again you have put your video mode off. Including Sachin, Anu, who are regular students. उन लोगों ने भी वीडियो मोड ऑफ रखा हुआ है. आई डोंट नो व्हाई. क्लियर है? नेक्स्ट, सैलरी अर्न एंड रिसीव्ड इन पेरिस. बताओ. नेक्स्ट वन इज
Foreign income.
Foreign income.
foreign income. And foreign income will be taxable to whom? Foreign income will be taxable to whom? Only with the status of
Only single.
no, resident and ordinary, resident but not ordinary. It will not be taxable for non-resident. Okay? यहाँ exclude हो जाता है ना foreign income. ठीक है? So similarly, taxable, non-taxable, non-taxable. Foreign income is taxable, non-taxable, non-taxable. यहाँ पे और एक चीज लिख देता हूँ. याद रहेगा? है ना? Next, income from agriculture in Nepal.
Foreign income.
Foreign income.
Okay. So it will be again, क्या बोलेंगे? Tax.
Ordinary.
Only ordinary को taxable, non-taxable, non-taxable. Very correct. Very good. Taxable, non-taxable, non-taxable. Next. Income from business in UK. controlled from India. Income from business. फॉरेन इनकम. अभी फॉरेन इनकम के लिए क्या करोगे? अगर कंट्रोल फ्रॉम इंडिया रहता है तो याद करो. यही एक जगह है जहां पे आपको याद रखना है.
सर रेसिडेंशियल एंड नॉन रेसिडेंशियल.
नॉन रेसिडेंशियल,
नॉन और
ऑर्डिनरी एंड नॉन ऑर्डिनरी.
तो याद रखने का.
हाँ, ordinary.
टैक्सेबल, नॉन टैक्सेबल. ठीक है. टैक्सेबल, टैक्सेबल, नॉन टैक्सेबल. वेरी गुड. अब धीरे धीरे आ रहे हैं आप लोग लाइन पे. बस देन यू हैव टू टेक द टोटल. will be your gross total income. So all three status will have different scope of total income. Have you got this now?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. We will go for next question. Once it is done, please let me know. Then we'll go for next question.
सर फॉर्मेट दिखाओ. सॉल्यूशन पार्ट जो फॉर्मेट है.
यही ना. और ना
नीचे वाला नीचे.
क्या है ना, ये क्या फॉर्मेट है? यही फॉर्मेट रहेगा ऑलवेज. और मेरे हिसाब से ना लोग इसको भी टैक्सेबल, नॉन टैक्सेबल लिखेंगे तो इट मेक सेंस. ज्यादा अच्छा लगेगा.
नौ बज गया. ये भाई
So now we'll be going for the next question of bridge course. From the following particulars, compute the taxable income of Mr. Arvind when his residential status is resident and ordinary resident, resident but not ordinary resident, and non-resident. Interest for debentures in Indian company received in London, 5,000. Interest for debentures in an Indian company received in London. क्या होगा बताओ? Indian income or foreign income?
Indian income.
Indian.
तो Indian income है तो वो taxable होगा कि नहीं?
होगा तीनों में।
तीनों में taxable होगा. Very good. यहाँ पे name of SSC लिखा हुआ था ना? क्या है? Mr. Arvind. तो अगर अरविंद है तो क्या होगा? इंडिविजुअल हो जाएगा. यहीं पे अगर हम लोग आईसीआईसीआई लिखते तो कंपनी हो जाता था. मेसर्स एबीसी लिखते तो फर्म हो जाता था. अंडरस्टूड? स्टेटस कैसे लिखना है? ठीक है. प्रीवियस ईयर विल बी कॉमन फिक्स. असेसमेंट ईयर विल रिमेन फिक्स. देयर वोंट बी एनी चांस. The interest for debentures in an Indian company received in London is an Indian income and it will be taxable to all three cases, as you have rightly stated. Next. Interest on a company's deposit. Interest on a company deposits in India but received in Germany. Company deposits in India but received in Germany. Tell me.
Indian income.
Who all are answering? I'm not able to hear them.
Taxable also.
Yes. So Indian income है या foreign income है बेटा?
Sir, Indian income.
Indian
Indian
Set of
income.
income.
Yes.
Indian, sir.
Because the company is in India. तो अगर आप इंडिया की कंपनी से अर्न कर रहे हो, कहीं भी अर्न करो, आपको टैक्सेबिलिटी तो आएगी ही. So it will be taxable for all. Taxable, taxable, taxable. Second, it will be taxable. ठीक है. Next. Interest on UK development bond आ गया. Interest on UK development bond. Indian income है या foreign income?
Foreign.
Foreign income.
Foreign.
Foreign income.
So
Only 50% taxable.
yes, but this 50% which is received in India is becoming Indian income. Clear है? So out of that, 20,000 will be Indian income and remaining 20,000 will be foreign income. Indian income will be taxable, taxable, taxable. And foreign income will be taxable, non-taxable, non-taxable. Clear है?
Yes, sir.
आ गया? है ना? Next. I hope now things are very simple for you all. Believe me, coming chapters are also like very simple. Only you should know what to add and what not to add. May it be salary, may it be house property. Things are very simple. Provided you are practicing. If you'll not practice, tax will kill you. And if you'll practice, tax will give you 100 out of 100 for sure. कुछ मगजमारी नहीं है, ऐड करना है और सब्ट्रैक्ट करना है, that's it. But you should know what to add and what not to add. That's very important. Next, profit on sale of shares of an Indian company received in London. Profit on sale of
Indian income.
Absolutely right, Indian income, and it will be taxable irrespective. Very correct. Thank you, Vita. Clear है? Next. Dividend from British company received in London. Dividend from British company received in London.
Foreign
Foreign
income.
income.
Foreign income, absolutely right. So taxable, non-taxable, non-taxable. Do you think it will be exempted? Because at one place, this dividend we have seen exempted, no? So do you think it will be exempted? No, it won't be exempted because it is only for domestic company, not for foreign company. Am I right? It will be fully
Yes, sir.
taxable. Fully taxable. The dividend from British company received in London, taxable, non-taxable, non-taxable. Sorry. How much it was? 10,000. उल्टा हो गया क्या रे? ये ऊपर आएगा ना? हाँ, ये 24,000 ऊपर आएगा. It's a foreign income. 6. Profit on sale of plant at Germany. 50% profit received in India.
Foreign income.
Foreign income. But what about this 50% beta received in India? What about this 50%?
50% Indian and 50% foreign.
Absolutely right. 50% Indian, and anywhere if you are doing it, and if you have received in India, you are gone. You are gone. So that 50% will be taxable for all. That 50% will be taxable for all. Remaining 50% will be taxable only for ordinary residents, not for others. Clear?
Yes.
Very simple. Next. Income earned from a business in Germany, which is controlled from Delhi, rupees 40,000 received in India, and total income is 70,000. What do you will do? Tell me.
40,000 taxable for all.
Very good. And 30,000?
And remaining into.
Very good, very good. Thank you very much. Who was that? किसने ये आंसर दिया? यही एक डिफरेंस है. Otherwise, there is no difference between non-ordinary and non-resident. बहुत सही आंसर. Here only there is a difference. Otherwise, there is no difference between non-ordinary and non-resident. Clear है? Next. Profit from business in Delhi, but entirely managed from London. Profit from business in Delhi, but entirely managed from London. Tell me.
Indian income.
Absolutely right. Indian income. It is purely Indian income and it will be taxable for all. Clear? Next. Rent from property in London deposited in a bank at London brought to India.
Foreign income.
Past untaxed profit brought in India. Excluded, excluded, excluded. Next. Interest received in London on a money lent to a resident in India in London, but the same money was used in India. और इसमें नहीं आ तो भी आए. This we did. Fees for technical services rendered in India but received in London. Just now we have seen in exemption, so that has to be exempted income. And any income which are exempted income will not be taxable. Like in previous question, we have seen dividend income. Last two, quickly. Fees for royalty received in London. Royalty received in London for right given to a non-resident Indian to be used for business in India. Purely Indian income. Business in India. And then you have to take the total, will be your answer. But here the total will differ. As you know, in one or two items has not been taken. ये total थोड़ा differ करेगा. आपको just ऐसे करेंगे total आना. 256 आ रहा है. Okay. Once again, we will be continuing with the same login ID password. And today we will finish this chapter, scope of total income. So kindly